Morning to you, sir.
On page 7, I've got two this morning. The
Where
first
are
one's
we?
on page 7.
I have it on system on, so what else do I need to do? The system on, it's not side, it says North Broward. Do I need to do anything else?
Just make sure. No, that should be fine. We're just gonna make sure that the people in the.
Yeah, sure, that are hearing me, yeah. CI system on.
It's actually fine.
That's,
Oh, yeah, just
yeah,
waiting for turn on.
It's from their end.
that'd be great. Okay, very good. And can we find out if they're hearing us? Thank you so much. You have a couple of cases today, 3 or 4?
2.
2, okay.
Should be quick. Page 7 and then page 8.
And the name of the first one?
The first one is Discipio, close to the bottom of 7.
Yes, DeCipio. I actually had a question about that one. I didn't see a value. So
It's on there, 2,000 and change.
It's on the second,
100.
on the second page.
Oh, I didn't see
third
this.
page.
I don't think I have those pages. I wasn't given those pages. And this is part of the PC? Oh, I see now. Yes, yes. Okay, very good. I got it. Just want to make sure we got it.
I didn't see it initially as well.
Thank you. I was thinking that was some other report. Okay, yes. So now you're handling Victoria DeCipio?
Correct, Your Honor.
And yes, I have that bond as $1,000. I did find probable cause based on the amount.
I wasn't going to argue probable cause, Judge. I was going to ask the court if you would consider some non-monetary release. The family is very indigent.
There you go. Thank you. And let me ask you a history of Ms. DeCipio.
There was no history on it. I spoke with Mr. Presser. If the court's inclined, I have no objection to
Pretrial?
pretrial supervision.
That'd be fine. Pretrial, if pretrial will accept her if she hasn't.
That's fine. I understood that she has no prior record.
Right.
I'll prepare an
She has a home to live in
She
and a
does. She
phone.
lives with her mom.
That's fine. So pretrial release is,
standard pretrial.
standard's fine,
Thank you, Your Honor.
since she has no priors.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then the second,
Our light is on, so we can.
Yes, actually, that's fine. And that, do we need to state the page number for the record, or that was page 7, I
that was
understood?
page 7, Judge.
Very good. Thank you so much. Very good. So can I call her up then? Ms. DeCipio, please? Victoria DeCipio, please? I'm at the main jail. Is Victoria DeCipio there?
She's approaching, Judge.
Thank you so much. Good morning,
Good morning,
Mr.
sir.
Romero.
There's your private attorney.
And hello, how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Thank you. You have a wonderful attorney, as Mr. Presser is here, and he has already argued vehemently to have you be released on pretrial release rather than put money up for a bond, and I have agreed to do that. So pretrial release will come see you, I believe, and have you sign up with pretrial release. Now, you have to make sure that you do abide by all the conditions of pretrial release, such as no new arrests, and if there's any of the other things about where you must live, things like that. Are you in agreement, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Very good. Anything else we need to tell Ms. DeCipio? And I did find probable cause for your arrest, ma'am. Thank you so much. I wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Who else can I help you with, Mr.
The
Presser?
other case I've got is on page 8, Paige Jackson.
Jackson?
It says Sentinel Division, so I'm assuming she's not going to be here. It's a
I'm
VOP.
so sorry, I can't hear you.
Page 8, Jackson.
What jail is she in?
Hey, Judge, I don't know where she is. It says Sentinel Division on the docket.
Yes.
You're not gonna have her, people are
Oh.
pursuant to the new AO, felony VOPs just go, I think the next day directly to their division for the right.
Very good. So I don't have that today.
No problem. I'll go check upstairs. with
Thank
Judge
you so
Carter.
much.
Thank you, Your
Great
Honor.
to see you as always. All right, if everybody else is ready, it is now time to begin the docket for everyone else as well. It's 8:31 in the morning. Rakisha Thomas, please. Where is she located? Is she going to be at North Broward? Oh, Rakisha Thomas, good morning. You're charged with a battery with dating violence. I do find probable cause for the arrest, and it's a $5,000 bond. I wish you the best of everything. Thank you so much.
And I'm just requesting a victim contact.
Oh, and no contact with the alleged victim in the case. Thank you. Do you understand, Mr. Romero?
If I may, my understanding is in speaking with Thomas, she has a very limited contact with the criminal justice system. She's 20 years old, been here her whole entire life. She's a registered voter. Basically, the alleged victim, her boyfriend, they live separate and apart from each other. She lives in Coconut Creek with her mother. Judge, considering her strong ties to the community, she currently works for Sprint, making about $9 an hour, graduate Piper High School class of 2016. And she's also going to Broward College studying computer science and going to school this summer, taking 6 credits. I'd ask you to consider a straight ROR or in the alternative, releasing her to pretrial release. She doesn't think that her mother right now has the money to go ahead and post a monetary bond. It's a misdemeanor offense. I think that's reasonable, Judge.
After reading the probable cause affidavit, counsel, I believe that the allegations are somewhat serious, so respectfully denied.
Yes, Judge.
Brianna Womble? Where is she?
Womble is approaching, Judge.
Thank you so much. Hi, Ms. Womble. Good morning. I did find probable cause. You were charged with a battery on a domestic violence matter. And in reading the probable cause affidavit and determining the seriousness of the allegations, I'm having you post bond at $5,000.
Judge, if I could share additional information. My understanding, she works for FedEx, making only $13.65 an hour. She will be living separate and apart from the alleged victim. She'll live with her mother in Miami. She doesn't think her mother can afford a bond. She's going to be contacting her sister. She actually gave me the phone number of her sister. We'd be asking you to consider releasing her on pretrial release or in the alternative, setting a $1,000 bond.
Does the state have any information about Ms. Womble's history?
Your Honor, she's not in my database, so I didn't have access to her criminal history.
I know that she has prior arrests, but no adjudications.
Okay, what were the
2009
arrests for?
2009, a vehicle theft. 2009, another theft and a criminal mischief and burglary. Those were all dropped. And in 2010, criminal mischief. End of record.
Okay, thank you so much. All right.
So my understanding, she has no prior record.
Okay, yes, okay. Is pretrial willing to take her,
Your Honor, we will take whoever the court orders us to take.
even if they're in Miami?
Yes, Your Honor. That's
Okay,
fine.
very good. Well, because of the facts of the case, I will be considering reducing the bond to $2,500 if she wants to go on pretrial release with supervision. That's the best the court will do at this time, okay? Thank you. I wish you the best of everything, ma'am.
And Your Honor, no victim.
No victim contact. Thank you. I'm so sorry. It doesn't come out of my mouth as fast as it should. And ma'am, there's no victim contact permitted. And again, I've reduced it to $2,500 with pretrial release and no contact with the victim. I thank you and wish you the best of everything.
Thank you, Judge.
Anthony Lagana.
Mr. Lagana is approaching. He's here at Maine. Come on up, Mr.
Thank you.
Lagana. Afterwards, see her.
Good morning, Mr. Lagana.
Good morning.
You've been charged with battery of domestic violence nature. I do find probable cause for the arrest. And I do order the bond to be $5,000, sir. I do find the seriousness of the allegations to require that. $5,000 bond, sir. Anything else? Thank you so much.
No victim contact.
And no victim contact. See, what is wrong with me? I'm sorry, I'm going to get it. Thank you. Next would be Keith Barnes.
Mr. Barnes, come on up.
Thank you so much. Hi, Mr. Barnes. Good morning.
Good morning.
I do see that you have a battery domestic violence charge as well as a possession of cannabis that is under 20 grams. And noticing the seriousness of the allegations, sir, the battery domestic violence will have a $5,000 bond and a $100 bond for the cannabis less than 20 grams. I do, again, find probable cause, and there's not to be any contact with the victim in this case. Thank you, sir. I wish you the best of everything. Israel Prado.
Mr. Prado is approaching, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I do see that you are charged with a battery domestic violence. Considering the seriousness of the allegations, I do find probable cause and have your bond at $5,000, sir. I wish you the best of everything. Thank you. Oh, and no victim contact. Please do not have any contact with the victim alleged in the case. Thank you so much.
Good luck, sir.
Orlando Perez, please. Thank you.
Mr. Perez.
Hi, Mr. Perez. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. You have a misdemeanor capias that was outstanding. That's a $2,000 bond on 1700. I believe it's 6611 MM10A. But also, sir, there's a new charge of a violation of an injunction against protection against domestic violence. And that, sir, I do find probable cause for both, as well as now that charge, I'm ordering $5,000 bond. So you can get out of jail, sir, for $7,000 bond. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Good luck.
And I request, even though there's an injunction on this.
No victim contact, even though there's an injunction. You're right. I should continue that.
Judge, I'm going to be asking for a bond reduction. The reason why is this: he's currently not working. He's looking for work. He lives with his father. His father is helping him while he finds a job, so he's not paying rent. His father is retired, elderly, so he has a very limited income. He's not going to be able to quite afford what the court is at this time imposing a $7,000 bond. We'd ask you to consider on count one alone, reducing it from $5,000 to about $2,000.
My concern is, if you notice count two, that is a case of a domestic violence battery, which is against the same alleged victim.
Oh, wow. Then respectfully, your request is denied. Thank you, sir. I wish you the best. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's why they got the injunction in the first place. You see, it kind of makes sense now. Frazier Mathis?
Case approaching, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Mathis. Sir, you're charged, good morning. You're charged with a battery domestic violence type. I do find probable cause, and looking at the allegations in the matter, sir, I believe a reasonable bond in your case would be $5,000. I do wish you the best of everything, sir. Good luck, and no contact with that victim.
Judge, the only thing I'm going to be asking for Mr. Math is not the bond, but the release condition. I know Your Honor imposed a no contact, that he's going to go find a separate place to live, separate and apart from the alleged victim. However, what he does for a living is he's self-employed. He installs fences. All his, I guess, material related to how he works, his tools, everything is at the home. What I'm going to be asking is, can he go one time with law enforcement to retrieve his property?
That's exactly what I was going to recommend. It's not a problem. I want the man to have a livelihood and be successful. I wish you the best, sir, sincerely. Next would be Cardell Fleming. I see you're cold there, Mr. Fleming. Hi, Mr. Fleming. Good morning. You were charged with a battery, domestic violence. I do find probable cause, and I believe under the circumstances I read in the probable cause affidavit, a $5,000 bond is reasonable. And I wish you the best of everything, sir. I do find probable cause. Do not have any contact with the alleged victim. No contact. Thank you so much.
Judge, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. What bond did you set up?
$5,000 as a reasonable bond under the circumstances.
Mr. Fleming, my understanding, if the state can confirm, he advised me right now he has no prior contact with the criminal justice system. He's basically on discipline. He's a first arrest. He's a registered voter.
He's never been arrested?
Right now,
let me see, Mr. Fleming, if the state would agree with that information. They don't provide that to me until today and now. Mr. Cardell Fleming. He says it's his first arrest ever.
Checking that right. Oh, well, I mean, there were arrests, but they were...
No, yeah, I was told by Mr. Romero that this is his first arrest, so that's why I'm going with that information. I've been told that.
He's been arrested in the 60s and 70s, so I understand that it is...
His first arrest this decade?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. That's better. That's better, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's very good. But, sir, I have to tell you that in looking at the allegations... I found them to be very serious, and I think $5,000 bond is reasonable, as I said earlier, so you respectfully denied your request. Thank you. Alexia Lawton, please.
She's in Paul Ryan, Judge.
Paul Ryan, thank you so much. Thank you. Miss Alexia Lawton, it looks like you have an out-of-state hold for a felony. It looks like from a 2012 case, and they have a no-bond hold on that, and I'm going to have that no-bond hold remain so you can be either working that case out from here with an attorney up there or somehow get there to handle it. I do find probable cause for your arrest. I wish you the best of everything, ma'am. Thank you. Dacil Rios?
She's North Broward, Judge.
I thank you for that. Hi, Miss Rios, good morning. Ma'am, you had a warrant out for your arrest for a misdemeanor. It looks like it's so hard to read. It might be an 18 case. And it's 18003328 MM10A, if I'm correct. It might be a 16, but there's a $250 bond, ma'am. And I do find probable cause for your arrest. And I wish you the best of everything. Thank you so much.
Ms. Rios had indicated to me, Your Honor, she might be interested in resolving this case this morning.
Let me see. It's just a possession of paraphernalia?
It appears that way, Your Honor.
Yes.
And, is she talking? She's not talking to me, is she?
No, that's-
I thought someone else. Okay. Does the state have an objection?
Your Honor, I can advise you, checking our system, the plea offer from the state will be an adjudication time served.
Ms. Rios, do you want to resolve your case for time served this morning?
With a conviction. It would be
Yes.
a conviction on your record. All right.
Okay, yeah, time served.
But with a conviction, you understand, ma'am? It would be a
Time served.
yes, ma'am, that's correct. But it would
Okay,
be also a conviction. It's not going to be a withhold. It's going to be a conviction.
that's fine.
And it's a possession of drug paraphernalia where
Misdemeanor.
and this, ma'am, and that will remain on your record as a
Okay.
conviction. Okay, please,
Yes.
please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And how do you plead to your drug paraphernalia charge of misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia?
No contest, guilty, or time served.
Okay, we'll do the no contest just because you said it first. And ma'am, you understand, of course, that this is going to remain on your record as a conviction, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and how much time does she have in?
I think she was arrested yesterday, Judge.
Okay, so ma'am, I'll give you credit for time served of 1 day, and there's court costs, ma'am, of $293. How long do you think it'll take you to pay that?
When I get out, talk to my father, and
I'll give you 6 months, how's that?
Okay, thank you.
Partial payments are permitted, and thank you, ma'am. I wish you the best of everything. No more of these charges, though, okay?
Okay, yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, okay.
Good luck, Ms.
Good luck,
Reyes.
thank you.
Thank
Do they
you.
take fingerprints at the jail? We need her
Yes.
fingerprints.
They
All right,
did it.
they did it, great. Jessica Feltree,
North Broward.
she bonded.
Oh, she bonded. Oh, she did bond. Okay, because that's what she was asking about. Okay. And Ms. Mills is also North Broward, Judge.
And I do find probable cause for the arrest for Miss Veltree. And you were saying what else, Miss Mills? She also bonded? Oh, Nancy Mills, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. It looks like they say that you were driving while your license was suspended with knowledge, a subsequent offense, that you've done this before allegedly. I do find probable cause, and your bond is $100, ma'am. I wish you the best of everything.
Judge, I'd ask you to consider releasing Miss Mills on her own recognizance. She's been a resident of South Florida her entire life. She has 3 children that she lives with, and she has a job. She's employed as a cashier at Checkers. She does not have the financial means to post a $100 bond at this time. It is possible I could get a hold of family members to do it. I don't want her to resolve the case because I think that this conviction could possibly habitualize her and she would end up with a lengthy suspension on her driver's license.
Sure, 5 years. All right, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to deny your request because I've been looking at her driving record, and just March 15th, she had one as well where she was found guilty. And she has numerous in her history, so I believe a $100 bond is more than reasonable, and thank you for asking anyway.
I'll call BB and try and get you out of there, okay?
Shannon
Okay.
Turner, thank you, ma'am. Good luck. I wish you the best of everything. Shannon Turner? Where's Shannon Turner? Thank you. Hi, Miss Turner. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I had the microphone on.
That's okay.
Good morning, hi.
Good morning, ma'am. You're Shannon Turner, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ma'am, it looks like they have a charge of operating a vehicle without a valid license. That's a $25 bond, as well as the attaching a registration, a license not assigned to the vehicle. There's no bond required for that. However, you have a violation of probation regarding a misdemeanor from '09, and that bond is $500. So you can get out of jail for $525, ma'am. And I wish you the best of everything, finding probable cause in the case. Yes, Mr. Romero.
Judge, I don't know if the state would be opposed to this. If you notice the violation of probation, I never hardly do this, but it's a BOP for operating without a valid license, and it's a 2009 case, so it's almost 10 years old. Judge, my understanding is I guess she was placed on probation September 13th, 2011 for 6 months.
Right.
I'm assuming I didn't see any new laws, so I'm assuming it was a technical in nature.
Well, I'm reading it now, and it's failing to report, as well as failing to do the community service hours. And it's my case. Well, it was Judge Berman, but I signed the warrant for him. And I only gave her a $500 bond.
Judge, would you be willing at this time to resolve, since it's your case, for her in exchange for admitting to the violation of probation, basically giving her time served for counts for 3 and for 1? My understanding, she told me that she has very, very limited contact with the criminal justice system and systems operating without. That's why I'm asking.
State, your position?
Your Honor, as far as count 3, if the court is inclined to, the state's offer to resolve would be a admitting the violation, revocation, time served.
Okay.
As far as count one, I'm just checking.
Yeah, I looked at her record. She doesn't even have that much.
And while the state's looking that up, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put her on pretrial. Because the truth is, she needs to probably go back to the court where she came from and actually serve maybe some more probation. Maybe they'll reinstate. Maybe they'll see if she's serious now. I don't know what they want to do. But I'll put her on pretrial because it's only a $500 bond. But she has to show up for the VOP. You know what I'm saying? That I'll do.
Okay, so
Rather than resolve it, I'll put her on pretrial. She can be on VOP. She can have a VOP with a pretrial, right? Or no? You don't do it?
I've seen it happen before.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do instead of that? When does she go to court on the VOP? Do we have a date?
I don't, Your Honor, I don't believe they would set a date yet because it was out of the satellite, so if she's not out, it would be
It's gonna come to
set
this
here.
court
But if
then.
she's released, then she would.
You what? Okay, let's put her on pretrial. She has to follow, call in, whatever the standard is. Okay, I'm going to put you on pretrial, which will get you out of jail, but you've got to face this probation case, ma'am. Do you understand? And that's for both, for all things, pretrial release. Okay, but ma'am, please make sure that you comply with everything, or else you'll go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you
Can
so
I
much.
say something?
If you want to, but you're being recorded. I don't recommend it. PC is found for the arrest. Okay, everything good now? All right, how about Yamila Cordovi?
No, Ryan, Judge, Paul Ryan.
Hi, Miss Cordovi. Looks good. You have 3 KPSs for your arrest on case 17004527MO40A is a $250 bond. Count 2 is KPS for misdemeanor 1800772MO40A, $250 bond. KPS for misdemeanor
Kill that mic. Can you kill that mic?
1803860MM10A, $250 bond. Ma'am, I do find probable cause for your arrest, excuse me. Do find probable cause for your arrest, and you can get out of jail for $750 bond, okay?
Ms. Cordovi, would you be interested?
the money that bad, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
I don't have no case of it.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on, Ms. Cordovi.
Nothing wrong.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, count 2 is, and I'm asking this in front of the
It's a
court.
city, yeah.
But I noticed that count 1 and count 3 are in Judge Lerner Wren's MI
Okay.
division, so I'm just asking if count 2 could be transferred there.
I have no problem with that. Mental health court for all 3 counts, for all 3 cases.
Okay.
And,
I already, some copies of sex would keep bringing me here. And he's not my boyfriend, he's not my family, he's nothing of mine. When I'm in Hallandale, I do good things. I go to the stores, I buy my coffee, my stuff, and I'm out.
and that's
So honestly,
wonderful.
they need to leave me alone. I'm a single lady.
I want them
I'm
to
too
leave you
old for this
alone.
crap.
I want them to
Please
leave
have
you
some
alone.
respect.
You tell that to Judge Lerner Wren when you see her. I do find probable cause for
I
her.
already took care of that.
Thank you. Wish you the best. Stephanie Cavallo.
She's also in Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
Ms. Cavallo, please come up. Thank you. Hi, Ms. Cavallo. It looks like they have charged you with a petty theft, a third or subsequent event. Being a third or subsequent offense, it's a $750 bond. There's also a violation of some probation or community control for a felony case. Looks like it might be an 18003674 CF10A. There's a no bond hold for that. You're going to need to see that judge for that. So do you understand, ma'am? I do find probable cause for your arrest. Thank you. Moving right along. Liana Weichel or Wakel.
Can we recall that, Judge? for
Sure,
just
that's on recall. That's on recall. Where is she located? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Miss Weichel? Is it Weichel or Weichel? How do you pronounce your last?
Michael.
Weichel. Miss Weichel, we're putting you on recall, so have a seat. I believe they want to talk to you further, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Melissa Savage.
North Broward, Judge.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Miss Savage. Good morning.
No problem. Come on. Sorry.
Case I reset from yesterday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What the heck? Let's do something different. All right, Miss Savage, good morning. It looks like you've had some KPSs out for your arrest, which is why you were arrested. KPS in a felony. I want to say it's 16010385CF10A. There's a no bond hold for that. And I know it says to do that at magistrate, but I'm choosing to let the judge make that decision, as well as for a KPS at misdemeanor of 160025. Looks like a 36 MM20A. That's a no bond hold as well. You have a status in some division on June 7th at 9 and a status in another division on June 6th at 1:45 p.m. So you'll be seeing your judges this week, ma'am. I wish you the best of everything. Probable cause is found for your arrest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sharika Ricketts.
North Broward.
You may.
She refused?
I
was just talking to her.
I already read the information on it.
No, I have, this is a change of charge.
Oh, yes. Is it changed now to a different charge than I have? Or it's changed to this?
It's basically a lateral change of charge. It came through as an aggravated battery deadly weapon. We filed
Yes.
it as an aggravated battery of bodily harm. I was just gonna be requesting that the court set the same, in line
believe
with the
that's
same bond and the
reasonable.
release conditions.
And I believe she has a public defender. I believe Miss Wilson is her public defender. I read it before I got here. And it has been filed. All right, so where is she? She's refusing? Now it's change of charge from an aggravated battery causing bodily harm or disability to an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Actually, with the other.
The opposite?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So now the new charge is causing bodily harm or disability. And I did read the probable cause affidavit as well as the new information. I do find $20,000 bond to be very reasonable under the circumstances. No contact with the victim. And I'm trying to read, no return to 5186 Northeast 6th Avenue, apartment number 712 of Oakland Park, Florida, and to always remain 1 mile away from that residence and never have any contact with the victim in the case.
And I believe there was pretrial
GPS level 2 will remain as well. So it's the same terms and conditions as the last charge. I'm going to write that on here, same terms. And does and who's monitoring her with the GPS level 2 if she gets out?
It'd be pretrial.
And they're aware of that, right? Okay, very good. And do you need this to help you with? No, ma'am. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mr. Eric. I'll call you Eric. Thank you so much. There's a no contact with the victim on this one. Just want to make sure I get that. All right, are we good? Are we good to move over Ricketts now? DeLeon Williams?
Mr. Williams is in Paul Ryan, Judge. He is serving a county sentence right now.
Okay.
On count 1. He would like to resolve this count to time served if possible.
And state your position on that. It's a capias for a traffic matter.
I'm fine with that, Judge.
18006029 TC. Please, sir, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, what is your sentence that you're serving now?
Aggravated assault with a firearm, ma'am.
And you're serving the sentence in the county?
Right, VOP.
Okay. Okay, very good. Let me take a quick look at Mr. Williams' driving record. Okay, very good. All right, sir, I do find probable cause for this new arrest for that warrant while you're in custody. And I do find, sir, how do you plea then to the, is it an operating without a valid?
It's I believe it's a DWS, Your Honor.
Sir, driving while license suspended charge, how do you plea? Your choices are guilty would say I did it or no contest. If you'd like to resolve it, do you want to resolve it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Basically, I was supposed to, they gave me 6 months to pay it, but
I'll give you time to pay.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah,
But how do you plead to the driving while license suspended?
No contest.
All right. So I do find your plea to be freely, willingly, knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily given. You understand you're giving up your right to a trial. You're giving up your right to have the matter heard before another judge. This is the end of the case. You understand?
Sure.
All right, so again, I do find the plea to be freely, willingly, knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily given. I do find a factual basis for purposes of the plea. You understand, sir, this will be a conviction on your record. Do you understand? Yes? A conviction for the driving while license suspended charge.
As in, it'll be on my record until I pay it, right?
No, sir. It will remain on your driving record as a conviction. What happens is if you get 3 driving while license suspended within a 5-year time period, it's an automatic 5-year driver's license suspension. I have a record here that it appears to only be your first of that nature. You have operating without violence, without a valid 3 or 4 times before, but not a driving while license suspended charge. So do you understand this might be a first in a cycle, but you know better than anyone what number this is. I'm not going to make a representation. But I am going to adjudicate you guilty, order you pay a court cost of $293, giving you 6 months to pay. Partial payments are permitted, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I wish you the best of everything, sir, truly.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good morning.
You do the same. Eddie Rancher. Where's Mr. Rancher? Mr. Rancher, where's he located? Maine? Hi, is Eddie Rancher there? Does anyone know if Eddie Rancher bonded out?
Could be a,
Eddie Rancher? I'm at the main jail now. Is Eddie Rancher there?
Is there anyone?
Did Mr. Romero shut the mic
he's
off
there.
again? Hi, Eddie Rancher, page 10.
It's a medical reset, Judge.
Thank you so much. I'm providing that back to you without signing. I did find probable cause, however. Do I sign it because I found probable cause? Okay. It's a Semej Lamont Knowles, please.
Mr. Knowles approaching. He declined to serve as public defender.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Knowles. Come on, Mr. Knowles. I just want to let you know that you have been arrested for a VOP or pretrial violation of the pretrial. That's a warrant from 1800. Looks like 62 MM10A. There's a $25 bond on that. And a capias for a misdemeanor 18003524 MM10A. There's a $250 bond for that. I do find probable cause for your arrest. And you can bond out, sir, on $275. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Good luck.
Your Honor, we can go back to Ms. Weichel at North Broward.
Thank you. Ms. Weichel at North Broward. Hi, Ms. Weichel. Please come back up.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. There was apparently a home invasion, they say, with a firearm and or other deadly weapon for 180270 AF10. There's a no bond hold for that, as well as a kidnapping as to 180270 AF10A, a no bond hold for that. I do find probable cause for your arrest. Eric, you want to say something?
Your Honor, based on the arrest warrant affidavit, the state is going to be seeking a no bond hold on the two punishable by life offenses. Your Honor, the state is going to be seeking, for first appearance purposes only, a finding of proof evident or presumption great pursuant to ESAZA v. State based on the arrest warrant affidavit by Detective I. James of the Fort Lauderdale Police Department.
All right.
And, Your Honor, we would be objecting to the court making a finding of proof evident presumption great. That is the highest standard that we have in the criminal justice system. The state has called no witnesses, introduced no evidence. They're asking the court to rely basically on a warrant for Ms. Weichel's arrest to establish this very high standard. Our position would be that that is insufficient, and we would ask the court to set a bond for Ms. Weichel. In addition to that, Judge, if you do find that the proof is evident and the presumption is great, the court still has discretion to set a bond, and we would ask the court to do so in Ms. Weichel's case.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Weichel, these are very, very serious allegations, and I have read all the documentation, and I'm considering the case of, how do you spell that case, Eisel?
ESAZA?
ESAZA.
YSAZA.
Right. Regarding that case of ESAZA, I do find that proof is evident, presumption is great by the four corners of the documents I've been provided, and therefore you are being held on both counts at no bond hold and no contact with any victim that's alleged in the case, and I wish you the best of everything, having found probable cause for your arrest. Good luck, ma'am.
Leanna, I did speak with your dad, and I will be calling him back after court, okay?
Good luck, ma'am. Jovan Wilson?
Mr. Wilson is here at Maine, Judge. Mr. Wilson, come on up, please.
Hi, Mr. Wilson, good morning. Looks like you had a misdemeanor capias for 1800956 MM40A, and the judge in that matter gave you a $250 bond, sir. I do find probable cause for your arrest, and you can get out of jail for $250. I wish you the best of everything.
Your Honor.
Judge, we're going to be asking if you
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
resolving this case today.
I'm so sorry, there's like
My
three people trying
understanding
to
is
talk
a
to me.
2016 case from Walmart in which the merchandise was recovered. I believe the merchandise
you wanna say
value was
something?
$19.86, which was clothing. So I don't know if the state has an offer for Mr. Wilson.
That's a second-degree misdemeanor. What did you want to say, Eric?
Your Honor, just first for record purposes, it's a 2016 case. I just want to make sure the case number is right on the record.
Oh, I apologize.
That's okay.
This is why I wear my glasses sometimes. It looks like an 18. All right, it's, the sixes and the eights really do. The eights do not complete the circle on the top, just for the record. It's 160095, 16000956 MM48. It is a 16 case. It is a second-degree misdemeanor. I understand from what the Counsel Romero has told me. I do find that the $250 bond, though, is appropriate under the circumstances. And did you want to say something else?
Yes, the charge was missing. Can you just put petty theft on top?
Oh, petty theft, yes, and because it's, as Mr. Romero said, it's likely a second-degree misdemeanor.
And I was going to say, had an offer for Mr. Wilson.
Yes, you were asking, and I've denied that, and said $250 bond is I believe is an appropriate bond under the circumstances. Matthew Rayfield, please.
Mr. Rayfield is in North Broward, Your Honor. I believe he might be inclined to try and resolve this case.
Hi, Mr. Rayfield. Good morning. Apparently, they put a warrant out for your arrest on, let me read it. Okay, it looks like an 8. Am I wrong? 180000739CO38. It's a county ordinance.
It's a panhandling, Your Honor. If it's acceptable to the court, I can relay the offer. That was documented.
Yes, that'd be fine.
Is a withhold court cost judicial notice time served.
Thank you. Mr. Rayfield, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony he's raising both hands for the record. The other one would be good. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. They've offered you the minimum in a courtroom. A withhold adjudication is not a conviction, but it will remain on your record. And just to pay the court cost, or I can let you do community service hours, even though I see you're in a wheelchair. I don't know if you're able to do that. Apparently, sir, they want to offer you the minimum to resolve the case. Do you wish to accept the offer?
Yes, I would like to resolve my case. Like to be no contest.
Perfect. All right, no contest plea. You understand that will resolve the case, it will end the case. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, so I do find the plea to be freely, willingly, knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily given. I do find a factual basis for purposes of the plea, and therefore I'll withhold adjudication. It's not a conviction, but it will remain on your record. What? Court cost. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Warrant on me,
Sir, I was wondering how long it will take you to pay $293. Do you need 1 year?
Ask for 1 year.
1 year is fine. I'll give you a year to pay, and partial payments are permitted, okay? Good luck, sir. I did find probable cause for his arrest. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care of yourself. All right, thank you. Klaus Moyes? Klaus Moyes? Where's Mr. Moyes? Thank you. Mr. Moyes there, please?
Moist bonded, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. I did find probable cause for his arrest. John Deese. Hi, Mr. McLawrence. Oh, hi, Mr. Deese. Good morning. It looks like you have KPS, a misdemeanor case of, it looks like an 8. 180000526MM20A. In one case, is a $1,000 bond, and a KPS for a misdemeanor 180000406M020A, a $250 bond. I do find probable cause for your arrest, and sir, you can get out of jail for $1,250. I wish you the best of everything.
Judge, my understanding is speaking, Mr. Dice, he seems to think that he's already resolved these cases. So I don't know, Mr. Lender, he has Odyssey there.
I did 4 days.
See
anything in the booking sheet?
I'll check.
Okay, he's going to check that, and in the meantime, let him have a seat, and I'll call up Thomas Rigetti. Rigetti? Rigetti?
I believe
North Broward.
Thank you.
Mr. Lawrence is here.
Good morning, Judge.
Oh, wait, go back to me. Hi, Mr. McLawrence. What case are you on?
Judge, Mr. Rigetti, the one you were about to speak to,
is
over at North Broward. I called over there and I was told that he was in the restroom, so I haven't had a chance to speak with him, but I also was told that there may be some concerns with his competency, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, it's a $25 bond. Do you want me just to send it to mental health court? I can do that. It's a trespass.
Could you just place it on brief recall, give me an opportunity to speak with him?
Sure. No problem. Done deal.
And I do have Clifford Dunn here, Judge, in the main jail. He's on page 11 of the docket.
Excellent. He's right up next anyway. Mr. Dunn, please come up. Mr. Dunn, you had some warrants out for your arrest? Oh, do I have to sign it? If they bonded, I'm sorry, but not a medical reset, right? Okay, very good. All right, as to Clifford Dunn, he has 2 KPSs that he was arrested on, very old. I think there's the 6. 06004297 MO10A is a $500 bond, and another account, I guess, for 06004297 MO10A is a $500 bond. Now, his status is supposed to be set, but what did you want to say, Mr. McLawrence?
Judge, I spoke to Mr. Dunn. As the court rightfully notes, this was 12 years ago. He says he just wants to resolve these matters and get on with his life. So I was going to ask if the court is inclined to do that, if the court would provide him with a withhold and take judicial notice of the time he served in custody and assess court costs.
State? It's a city. Yeah, that's right. My problem is I don't even know exactly what the charges are for. It's loitering and prowling?
Is for loitering and prowling,
and trespass. Okay, I see that.
Yes, Judge.
Does he have any history of any kind between then and now?
Let me just check that.
We're just checking his history between 2006 and now, okay?
What's his name?
Yes, Judge.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Clifford Dunn, D-U-N-N.
I'm showing at least.
The birth date of 12/20/64.
Yeah, I'm not showing the rest of Florida since they're 6.
Okay, very good. All right, I'll be happy to take the offer. If Mr. Dunn would raise his right hand.
What about it?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Down here at 9:30.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, very good. How do you plead to the loitering or prowling and the trespass from 2006 with your counsel present? Your choice, no contest, okay. And sir, by pleading no contest, you understand you're resolving the cases, they're gonna be over, there's no trials, there's no witnesses, there's no police. It's over today, your attorney's gonna stop working on these cases. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I do find the plea to be freely, willingly, knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily given. I do find a factual basis for both counts. Withhold adjudication court cost of $293 as to the loitering or prowling. Count 2, the trespass will be $28. Sir, are you working at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you 3 months to pay. Partial payments are permitted. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Thank you. Anything else I can do, Mr. McLawrence, for this man?
Yes, Judge, I didn't hear the court cost that you said on the loitering and prowling, Your Honor.
$293, and then
Judge,
on.
it would actually be $78 at,
Why?
when they resolve these these municipal ordinance at magistrates court.
Is that right? Why? Why is it only $78 at magistrate?
Because they're municipal ordinances.
It's a 2006, and municipal ordinances in my division get $293, $308. It's $293, count 1, $28, count 2. Thank you. All right, next, if I'm not ready to call up Mr. Rigetti yet, I'll call up Kevin Jackson.
North Ride, Your Honor, he's the medical reset.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we can go back to Mr. Dees whenever you like.
Okay, let me find Mr. Dees. What do I do with Mr. Dees? Okay, Mr. Dees.
Is that Maine?
Maine?
Yes, here at Maine.
Yes.
This happens sometimes. He may be confusing this with other cases.
Right.
Neither one of these cases has he ever appeared before, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Dees, unfortunately, these are not the cases that you resolved. Understanding that you'll be going in front of a judge very soon, and I wish you the best of everything. Thanks. Is Mr. Rigetti ready? Yes.
Considering these are misdemeanor offenses, trespass, will you consider resolving today for time served? I don't know if the state has an offer.
Respectfully denied. He's got a history. No, thank you. Joel Felder?
Come on, North Ride, Your Honor.
Joel Felder, please.
Joel Felder, North Broward, Judge.
Your Honor, Mr. Felder has a no bond hold on count 1. We'd just be asking the court to keep the bonds in place.
Okay, very good. Mr. Felder, good morning. You have these.
Mr. Feldman.
No.
It's Felder. E-R.
Your Honor, Mr. Felder refused. He said he went to court yesterday.
That's fine. I'll just make a record. I do find probable cause for the new added counts of counts 2, which is a felony capias for what looks like 3261 CF10A. That's got a $1,000 bond. I'll leave that as is. Count 3 is a capias for a felony at 1800326 CF10A, and I don't believe there's an additional bond needed for that. I do find probable cause, and I'll sign that, and he's happy to refuse. There you go, R award. It's a 0, so I left it a 0. Thank you. Bilkis Pierre, please.
He's here at Main, Judge, approaching.
Good morning, Mr. Pierre. It looks like they say you committed a grand theft auto. I do find probable cause for your arrest, and your bond is a $1,000 bond, and I'm going to leave it at that. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Thank you. Alonzo Riquelme.
North Broward.
Ricardo.
North Broward, Your Honor.
Ricardo Riquelme Alonzo. Good morning. There you are, sir. Sir, it looks like they have charged you with fraudulent uttering of a false instrument, and that's a $1,000 bond as well as a petty theft. There's no bond required on that. And it's I do find probable cause for your arrest. Does he have any history?
I'm checking that right now, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I'm checking that right now.
Thank you.
While the state is looking, Your Honor,
I was going to put him on pretrial if he has nothing, but what are you going to advise me?
Mr. Riquelme has been a lifelong South Florida resident. He is a veteran. And I would be asking the court to consider pretrial release for him.
I am considering this. That's why I asked for his history.
I know.
Do you need his date of birth? It's
No,
11/8/54.
I'm just waiting for the computer to...
No problem. I do want to make clear the Spanish interpreter has arrived, and I want to make sure I call that case.
Your Honor, he has, from what I can tell, 11 felony convictions, 6 prior misdemeanor convictions.
Respectfully, sir, I'm going to leave the bond at $1,000. I think it's very reasonable under your history of criminal nature. Thank you so much. Sir, unfortunately, sir, that is the reason I'm now still allowing you to have a bond of $1,000. I find that to be a reasonable bond under the personal circumstances of the allegations. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Thank you. And who is the Spanish interpreter here for? Ms. Lopez. Oh, you're not given a name. Is there anyone who we know needs a Spanish interpreter? Okay, no problem. Main jail is good.
Spanish? Yes.
Yes, who's the individual?
It would be the gentleman on page 16 of your document. His name is Mr. Ricky Tirado. Senor Ricky Tirado?
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Ms. Lopez, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you'll interpret from English and Spanish to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I will, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Lopez LPEZ, certified Spanish interpreter for the courthouse.
Thank you. Please let Mr. ask if this is Ricky Tirado.
Señor, ¿es usted Ricky Tirado?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. It looks like you had some warrants out for your arrest.
Señor, parece ser que había unas órdenes de detención a su nombre.
For case number 180038, oh, I'm sorry, say it again, 1800.
El caso número 1800
3874
3874
CF10A.
CF10A.
And the judge in that division
Y el juez en esa división
has given you bonds on the warrants.
le ha dado le ha impuesto unas fianzas para esas órdenes de detención.
I do find probable cause for your arrest.
Hay un motivo fundado para detenerlo por esas órdenes de detención.
For count 1 is distributing or delivering heroin.
La primera acusación es de distribuir o entregar heroína.
The judge has given you a $2,500 bond on that count.
El juez le ha impuesto una fianza de $2,500 para esa acusación.
And count 2 being possession of fentanyl.
La segunda acusación es de tenencia de fentanil.
And that's a $3,500 bond.
Y la fianza que le han impuesto es de $3,500.
So you're able to bond out, sir, for $6,000. I wish you the best of everything. Thank you, sir.
Si usted puede salir de libertad, señor, tiene que pagar esa fianza de $6,000 y le deseo la mejor de las suertes.
Judge, if I may, the bonds that were set are convenience bond. Certainly now he's in magistrates, you have the power to go ahead and modify that.
El señor abogado defensor allá en la cárcel le informa a la señora juez, estas son fianzas que se han impuesto por el momento en que lo detuvieron a usted, pero la señora juez tiene el poder de cambiarlas.
Judge, he works at a mechanic shop. He's been there for about 2.5 years, making about $300 a week. He's going to try and contact his employer to help post his bond. I'd ask you, Judge, to consider reducing the bond on count 1 to $1,500 and on count 2 to $2,000.
Yes.
May the interpreter, el señor abogado defensor le sigue hablando a la señora juez. Señora juez, el señor acusado trabaja como mecánico, ha trabajado por 2 años y medio, ganando $300 a la semana. le pide a la señora juez que por favor le reduzca la fianza para la primera acusación a $1,500, para la segunda acusación a $2,000.
Your Honor, I believe that these bonds, as set, are reasonable.
Señora juez, habla el señor fiscal. Señora juez, creo que las fianzas, como las han impuesto, son razonables.
Based on the allegations, it would appear that Mr. Tirado is actively engaged in drug dealing.
Según aparecen los alegatos que tienen, parecería que el señor Tirado está empeñándose en llevar a cabo actividades ilícitas de negociar con drogas.
The fact that the allegations involve dealing heroin and fentanyl, I believe.
El hecho de que los alegatos presumen que usted está llevando a cabo negociaciones con drogas de heroína y fentanil.
That Mr. Tirado poses a certain danger to the community.
Que el señor Tirado presenta cierto peligro para con la comunidad.
And I would just note that his criminal history is documented in the attached affidavit.
I am so sorry, counsel.
I would note his criminal history,
yes.
is listed in the attached affidavit.
Y yo notaría para el acta que su antecedente penal está descrito en el affidavit o declaración escrita.
Respectfully denied. Thank you. I wish you the best of everything, sir.
Respetuosamente le niego su pedido. Le deseo la mejor de las suertes.
Is there anyone else who needs a Spanish interpreter while Ms. Lopez is with us?
¿Alguien más necesita que se le interprete su caso en español mientras que la intérprete está aquí?
Okay. Should I call each jail and ask? Or is that it? Mr. Reedy, do you know?
I didn't find anybody up at North Broward that needed an interpreter, Judge.
Okay,
I don't
very
think there's
good.
anybody at Conti, and I think we've already done everybody at Paul.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Lopez.
Thank
Always
you.
wonderful to see you. Thank you. Is Willie Boyd here? Willie Boyd? Come on up,
Judge,
Mr. Boyd.
he's here at Maine. Mr. Boyd, come on up, please.
Now, may I ask of Mr. Linder, was this an attempted burglary or a burglary?
Yeah, it's an attempt.
Okay, because it doesn't say that on mine, so I'm making it an attempt.
Yeah, they can only put one statute number when they book, so.
So I just want to put that on the record at
Yeah,
least, that
and-
it's an attempt.
Matter of fact, if you could, Your Honor, because this may, if Mr. Boyd remains in custody and he comes back as a change of charge as an attempt, if you could write in maybe attempt on the
I
front.
did.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Good morning, Mr. Boyd. It looks like they are alleging that you committed attempted burglary of unoccupied vehicles. I do find probable cause for your arrest, as well as for the loitering or prowling, and I do find probable cause for that arrest. I believe a reasonable bond on count 1 is $1,000 and count 2 $500. So I do find probable cause, as I said, and you can get out of jail for $1,500 bond. Good luck, sir. I wish you the best. Thank you. Joshua Cruzado.
Mr. Cruzado is here at Maine, Judge. He is approaching. Come on up, sir.
I believe that's also unarmed. It says armed.
Yes, Your Honor, and I spoke with Officer Geronimo from the Lauderhill PD. It was just a booking error. It should just be burglary of a...
Unarmed.
Yeah, yes, unarmed burglary.
Yeah, I wrote that as well
of
on the probable cause, on the paperwork.
Yeah, of a
All right,
conveyance.
thank you. All right, Mr. Cruzado, good morning. It looks like they allege that you were committing a burglary of a dwelling or structure or conveyance unarmed, and I do find probable cause for that arrest, as well as you had a misdemeanor for a capias, for case number 18-000431 I think it's 38. There's a $500 bond for that. $1,500 bond for the burglary, $500 bond for the capias. For $2,000, sir, you can get out of jail. I wish you the best of everything, sir, finding probable cause on the case. Thank you. Vivian Pringle. Mr. Pringle.
Mr. Pringle's approaching, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Pringle.
Good morning, ma'am.
Sir, yes, it looks like they have you charged with a retail theft over $300. They say you were coordinating with others. I do find probable cause for the arrest, and your bond, sir, is $1,000, and I believe that's reasonable under the circumstances. I wish you the best, sir.
Judge,
Yes?
I'm going to ask you to consider pretrial release, and the reason being he's 56 years old, he's self-employed, he's a painter.
That's young.
But with the work, yeah, really,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm 21. Go ahead, you were saying.
Unfortunately, with the weather, it's been kind of like, it's been a hard time getting clients. The last time he got paid was about 2 weeks ago, and he got paid $400. So this is something he's not going to be able to afford. My understanding, he does have a record, but I believe it was like maybe a false ID, maybe about a year ago, and then the last serious charge was over maybe 5 years ago, 7 years. So we'd be asking you to consider a pretrial release, considering this is a non-violent offense.
Your Honor, the state would be opposing outright release to pretrial. Just as far as his as DOC history, 2011 out of Broward, possession of firearm ammunition by convicted felon. He was sentenced to 3.5 years state prison. 09, fleeing and eluding law enforcement, 3.5 years state prison. He has 4 prior felony convictions, 8 prior misdemeanor convictions.
All right, thank you. I do find that this is a reasonable bond under the circumstances and the facts of the case. Therefore, sir, your bond remains at $1,000. I wish you the best of everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Respectfully denied. Jerome Presley? Mr. Presley?
He's approaching, Judge. He's here at
Thank
me.
you. That's also unarmed, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with Officer Puig of the Miramar Police Department. It was another misspoke. It's
That's
just
fine.
burglary of a dwelling.
That's fine. Thank you. All right, sir, good morning. It looks like they allege that you burglarized a dwelling, structure or conveyance unarmed, and because it's a dwelling, I'm ordering a $5,000 bond under the circumstances and facts of the case. Do you find probable cause for your arrest, and you also were operating a motor vehicle or a motorcycle without a license, allegedly. There's no bond required for that. But, sir, as to the serious nature of the charges that you have, it's a $5,000 bond that you can get out of jail. I wish you the best of everything, sir.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
In this particular case, I'd ask for an order of no contact, no return to the residence.
Yes, sir. No contact with the alleged victim, and do not return to the alleged residence of the case. Thank you, sir. I wish you the best of everything. Christopher Cave.
Mr. Cave is here at Main Judge. He's approaching, and he did decline the services of public defender.
All right, Mr. Cave. This is a false report of a bomb, explosive device, or weapon of mass destruction. In reading the probable cause affidavit, I do find probable cause. I find this nature of the charges to be very, very serious. And does either side want to say anything? Or he declined to PD, so.
Yes, Your Honor.
I was going to put the bond at $125,000. Do you want it to be more than that?
I'm fine with the bond amount. I just have a request for additional conditions, Your Honor, if I may. And I want to note, Your Honor, in 2009, he had a violation of an injunction with a count of carrying concealed weapon. I believe the bond's appropriate, but I'd also be asking one for pretrial release with the GPS monitor level 2. No return to the Pines Ford Lincoln. No contact with any employees of the Pines Ford Lincoln. And further release condition that he not be in possession of any firearms, weapons, or ammunition.
Fine. That actually makes very good sense to me. Mr. Cave, yes, your bond is set now at $125,000. With pretrial release, with you having a GPS monitor, level 2, no contact with the Pines car dealership, that's the alleged victim in the case, and no firearms or weapons of any kind to be in your possession if you're out on this bond.
And, Your Honor, I apologize.
What else?
Just no contact with any employees.
And no contact with any of the employees from the Pines. Let me put it specifically, the address and the name of the alleged victims. Yes, Pines Ford Lincoln, or any employees there. Trying to see if it's give me an address for the record.
I'm showing 8655 Pines Boulevard.
That's right, 8655 Pines Boulevard, Pembroke Pines, Florida, 33024. You're not to return within 1 mile of that. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Probable cause is found for his arrest. John Matola.
Mr. Matola is approaching.
And, Your Honor, if I could be heard before the
Is he
court
on
sets a
probation
bond.
in front of me?
I could check that.
Please check that. This name is familiar. Hi, Mr. Matola. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Didn't you just write to me? I'm Judge Brown. I think I signed something for you. Yeah, I thought so.
I did. Because I got you court-ordered me bark when I was already, court-ordered me transfer to bark.
Right.
And I got stuck in the system.
Right, because I did custody to custody, and you wanted me just to bring you to court so we could change that. But now I did sign that you're going to be coming to court to see me about that, okay? So he may not be on probation. It may just be a case.
Well, I'll wait till the court.
No, I'm ready. I was going to tell him the new charges.
No, I'm just waiting for the court to make a PC determination.
Yes, no problem. Mr. Matola, I do find probable cause for your current arrest for grand theft. And it's alleged it's over $300, but under $5,000. And it's alleged that you grabbed a bag a beige beach bag, and I do find probable cause for the arrest. And your bond is $1,000, but I want to hear from the state before I pronounce that.
Your Honor, Mr. Mottola was arrested last week, May 30th, for grand theft at a Target where he allegedly stole a little over $728 worth of merchandise. He posted a $1,000 bond and was just released on Saturday. So
just this Saturday?
Yes, just 2-3 days
June
ago.
1, June 1st, June 2nd. It was June 2nd.
He was released June
All right,
2nd.
so they allege that you were just released on Saturday, and this is alleged to have occurred yesterday. So what are you seeking then?
Well, Your Honor, as far as the pending case, whether you choose to revoke or not, that'll be up to Your Honor sua sponte, obviously. He also, I think the case that you had him on probation was also for a theft, 2016 theft. Your Honor, I'm going to be requesting in light of the recent release, I'm going to be requesting a $3,500 bond on count 1.
All right, sir, I believe that's reasonable. $3,500 count 1 bond for this case for grand theft. I am revoking his bond from the case he got out on Saturday. That will be?
The case number is 186437 CF10A.
And that bond will be a $10,000 bond on that case. And I think he's on probation in front of me. Is that correct?
I think it looks like it might have been revoked.
Oh, it's already been revoked and I put him in that? All right, very good. Yes, Mr. Mottola?
No, I wasn't on probation. Vontae signed up for BART.
Okay, so the case is still pending, you think?
No, there was no case for that. But I just voluntarily did that.
Okay. Well, I do have you coming back to my court in order to make it not a custody to custody.
Well, can you do me a favor? Instead of me like bonding out and all this other stuff, can I kind of realize that I really do have a drug problem? Can you order me to BARC right now from here while I wait to handle these cases?
I can put you in SAP. I can't put you in BARC because you have to bond out in order to get to BARC. So with the $10,000 bond, now I've just set on the case you bonded out on Saturday, and this $3,500 bond, you can probably bond out on these cases for $13,500. However, the order is still in place. It's letting you custody to custody to a drug treatment center. However, while you're there, I'll recommend you attend SAP, the Substance Abuse Program, to benefit you. I wish you the best of everything, sir. Thank you, having found probable cause for his arrest. Devontae, are you ready for your case? Yes. Okay, very good. Mr. Rigetti, who I think is at North Broward?
He's at North Broward. He's on page 11 of the docket, Your Honor.
Hi, Mr. Rigetti, Thomas Rigetti. Good morning, sir. It's a trespass charge, as I understand.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's $25 bond. What would you like me to do?
Just so the court is aware, I told the court earlier that there was some concern as to
mental health.
As to his mental health. I spoke with Mr. Rigetti. I don't share those concerns.
Oh.
He seemed as if he knew what the charges were. He knew, he discussed with me about
he knew what you could do?
No contest and what he wanted to do and how he wanted to resolve the case.
Okay.
So he wants to resolve the case, but I also want the court to be aware that in magistrate's court, through the Broward Sheriff's Office, the county, and Judge Malika, there's a program over at Henderson Centralized Receiving Center where persons who are in Mr. Rigetti's situation go over there. They actually pick them up from the jail, bring them there, assess them, see what their needs are.
I'm very happy to do that.
Yes, Judge.
But is he agreeing to that? I think it's voluntary.
He does, and I have the order for the court to sign.
Yes.
The only thing I just want to advise, John, did you get the email from Judge Malika's yesterday?
No.
Okay, let's... Yes, you may put it on the record, or you may let Mr. McLaurin see it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, if you want to, it just has to do with pickups for the Henderson CLC.
Okay, you want to see that before you allow him to take that plea? All right, should I put it on recall? Is it a lengthy?
No.
Okay, just making sure it's not a lengthy one. I want to...
No.
Okay, so how can I help Mr. Rigetti today? Do you want him to plea out and then go to Henderson, or is he just going to be sentenced to... What do I do?
Judge, he wanted to resolve his case by entering a plea of no contest.
Okay.
I just want to let him know that he wouldn't, if he decides to go to Henderson, he wouldn't be picked up until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I don't know if that would change his mind as to whether or not he wants to go through the...
When you go to Henderson tomorrow, they're going to pick you up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Is that acceptable to you, sir? They're not picking up today, tomorrow morning.
I thought it's going to be, I thought according to the gentleman.
It's not going to be, he just found out. Unfortunately, they did not tell him that until right now. Mr. McLaurin was literally just given that information in court. Yeah. So do you want to take the plea or just wait till tomorrow? Because tomorrow
I'll take the plea as far as like settling.
settling,
the case.
and then going to Henderson
Yes.
tomorrow at 9 a.m.?
And
They'll pick you up?
I can go myself. You know, I know exactly where it is. It's on 441, and just like
Mr. McLawrence, what do you want me to do?
I've been there.
I would ask for a time served sentence, Judge. He doesn't seem as if he wants to wait
I
until
understand.
tomorrow morning.
State, are you okay with a time served sentence?
Is it all?
It's a city case, never mind.
Yeah, I'm getting like.
Sir, raise your right hand for me. Mr. Rigetti, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And how do you plead to the trespass, a municipal ordinance violation? Sir, how do you plead to the trespass? Your choices are guilty, which says I did it, or no contest, which says I'm not saying I did it. I'm not saying
no contest.
Okay. But you say you want to resolve it this way. Is that right? It's in your best interest, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, are you certain about your decision? Because you seem uncertain. Do you know what you're doing today? You're resolving the trespass case. You understand?
Right, I understand. I want to get out of jail as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. And that I understand. But are you aware of the fact that this will remain on your record as a conviction?
But as a guilty conviction?
Yes.
Really? I thought withhold adjudication.
Sir, I'm not going to withhold. It's going to be an adjudication, which is a conviction that will remain on your records as a conviction. And I've ordered you to do, well, I'll give you credit for your time served and then court cost.
Oh, so you're not going to do like judge?
No. No.
Like withhold adjudication and everything?
No.
No, Mr. Rigetti. She's offering an adjudication and time served.
When you get a credit for time served sentence, it's required by law that it be an adjudication.
Right, so...
Okay, well, I'm going to put him on recall if you want to talk to him again, because I've got other cases I want to hear, including my own docket.
Yeah, let's finish this, Your Honor.
Okay, you want to take the adjudication, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I do find the plea to be freely, willingly, knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily given. I do find a factual basis for purposes of the plea. I adjudicate him guilty. I sentence him to time served, which I don't know how much time he's been in. A day?
Should be 2 days.
Okay, fine. In my division, we're required to give a day, but that's okay. And court costs are $293.
Judge, again, I just want to let the court know.
Yeah, I don't know why. Every other time I've done this.
Judge, well, it's something that's set by the city. It's not set by the clerk's office.
Yeah, but usually that's the city of Hollywood. Is this a Fort Lauderdale case?
It may be an incentive for them to resolve it. It's the city of Fort Lauderdale case, Judge.
Okay, I'll make it 78 only because you tell me that. And, sir, how much time do you need to pay $78?
Well, I'm disabled, so quite a bit of time.
3 months? 3 months, okay?
Probably more than that.
No, 3 months is good. $78 isn't that much. Good luck to you, sir. I'll let him do community service if you'd rather do community service. 8 hours of community service or $78 within 3 months. Thank you, sir. Good luck. Devonta Hughes?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Where's Mr. Hughes? Anyone know where Mr. Hughes is?
The main judge?
Good morning. Thank you for visiting. Good morning. Hi, Mr. Hughes, good morning. You have a grand theft auto charge that I do find probable cause for your arrest, as well as driving while license suspended as a first offense. There's no bond required. As I said, I do find probable cause, and your bond is set at $1,000.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. I wish you the best. Gabriel Young.
He's approaching, Judge. He's here at me.
Hi, Mr. Young. Good morning.
Hello.
Sir, you have...
How you doing?
Good, I'm very good. You have 41 counts of counterfeiting, falsely making credit cards, 41 counts at $1,000 each. So that's $41,000 bond. However, do find probable cause for that. You have the 42nd charge on your list is a no bond hold for a violation of probation on case number, it's an incomplete number, but it looks like a 18 or 1601297, and I'm leaving that no bond hold to be considered by the judge who put it out there for you, and hopefully you'll see them. But in the meantime, sir, I wish you truly the best of everything, having found probable cause on all counts, all charges.
Judge, the only thing I'm
sorry,
asking for is...
Mr. Romero, I apologize. Just give me 1 second. Somebody's talking to me over here.
No problem.
It's Seminole County. Thank you. Sir, that's a Seminole County violation of probation. Just wanted to make sure you knew where that was from. The 41 counts, though, of the counterfeit falsely making credit cards is out of our county, Broward County. Yes, Mr. Romero.
Judge, it's out of Seminole County. He has a no bond hold. If for some reason he manages to bond out, he's still going to be in custody. He's going to be transferred to Seminole County. What I'd ask you to consider is potentially, if you see counts 1 through 41 are basically the same exact charge.
Correct.
If you would consider on half of them ROR, so that potentially maybe he can reach out to friends and family and post his bond, so then Seminole County can come and pick him up.
Respectfully denied. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck, sir. I think I signed all the pages correctly. Very good. And now next is Mr. Pointer.
North Broward.
Thank you. Mr. Pointer, please. Hi, is Mr. Pointer?
Did you say medical reset, Deputy?
Is it a medical? Thank you. Yeah, I think this is the second time. All right, thank you. Here you go. All right, next is Mark Joseph.
And
he's approaching.
May I approach?
You may.
Mr. Joseph, I request that Mr. Joseph and his co-defendant be reset 24 hours.
Okay.
Provide more information. I provided Mr. Reedy.
Okay, very good. So this is the more information.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good.
More detail.
All right, so I'm sorry, where is Mr. Joseph? Both of the main judges. Very good.
Judge.
Thank you so much. Hi, Mr. Joseph. Good morning. Sir, it looks like you have been charged, at least for probable cause purposes, with a robbery with no firearm or weapon. I did find probable cause for the arrest, and I'm setting the bond at $10,000, and resisting an officer without violence is a $100 bond. So, sir, you can bond out for $10,100.
And Your Honor, I'd be requesting an order of no victim contact.
And no victim contact is appropriate in this case. Thank you. I wish you the best of everything so you can get out of jail for $10,100. And as
Judge,
to...
we're going to be... I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Judge, we're going to be asking for you to sign a phone order so that he could have
Granted.
access to his phone contacts.
That's
Thank
granted.
you,
No
Judge.
problem. I'm always happy to sign those. Alan Seriak. Mr. Seriak, please come up.
He's approaching, Judge.
Thank you. Why do I think there's a no bond hold with a VOP on Mr. Seriak? Is there something else in the paperwork that tells me that?
You know what, Your Honor, here's what's going on. The officer makes mention of it, but looking at the case number, that was a juvenile case.
Oh, okay, so I didn't know if there was something that holds him for juvenile. I don't know. Okay, Mr. Seriak, good morning. They're alleging that you were part of the commission of a robbery with no firearm or weapon. I believe a $10,000 bond is reasonable. There may be some concern about some outstanding issues within juvenile court. I'm not going to handle that today, but be aware that might be outstanding. Again, I do find probable cause, and you may be bound out of jail, sir, with $10,000 bond. Thank you. I wish you the best of everything.
And I request no victim contact.
Oh, and no victim contact, sir, with anyone who is alleged to have been the victim of this case. Thank you.
Judge, she's going to be requesting a phone order as well.
Granted.
And Judge, one last thing. He's 18 years old. He's going to school right now. He's not working. So he's going to be asking if Your Honor would consider a bond reduction to $5,000. His mom's going to post his bond, but she works at a casino, limited funds. I don't know if Your Honor would be inclined.
Respectfully, the facts of the matter, I believe, warrant the reasonable bond of $10,000. Thank you, though. Raul Reynoso. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like I've handled these cases before. Conti, thank you. Hi, Mr. Reynoso, please. Oh, so was there a change of charges?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. When Mr. Reynoso was first arrested, he was charged with armed burglary. I remember this case. I attached a copy of the probable cause affidavit.
Yes.
Basically,
Which
the
I did look
allegations
up.
are that Mr. Reynoso broke into a vacant store.
Right.
And had a gun with him when he did this. Based on the circumstances, I was not seeking a no bond. I had no objection to a bond. Judge Malika, and I anticipated it wouldn't be necessarily filed as a armed burglary.
Okay.
Judge Malika said, as you can see, a $7,500 bond.
Right.
We ended up filing it as an unarmed burglary.
Okay, fine.
So I'm just requesting that the same bond and release conditions be kept in place.
Thank you. It does have a note here for whoever was handling this case. It says, please type on magistrate docket per capias, judge to set bond. So I didn't know if they meant the judge in the division or the judge here. But if the Judge Malika's already done it, I'll go with what Judge Malika did. All right, Mr. Reynoso, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning? Sir, they have charged you with the burglary, unoccupied, structured, unarmed, case number 1805608 CF10A, and the bond will be as follows. $7,500 bond, And the remaining ones are not up for today. I think they're gonna remain the same.
I think they might have been dropped.
Oh, they were dropped? Okay, fine. So I'm not gonna even do anything with those. However, as to count one, no contact with the business at all, and no return to the, I can't read the writing, something Commercial Plaza?
Yeah, it might be on the, you might be able to read it
5371
easier on
North
the
State Road
report.
7, Tamarack, Florida. You're not to return there, sir, okay, or have any contact with them. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I
you're-
just want to let Mr. Reynoso know, if he wasn't aware already, he's scheduled for arraignment before Judge McCarthy tomorrow morning.
All right, Judge McCarthy has your case, sir, and you'll be in that courtroom for arraignment tomorrow morning. $7,500 bond, probable cause is found. I wish you the best of everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Claremont, Nathaniel Anselm Claremont. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you. Just for the record, I've signed those phone requests for the Public Defender's Office.
This is another change of charge. It was essentially upfiled. He came through aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. It's been upfiled to aggravated battery with a firearm, serious bodily injury with a 25.
This hasn't changed, though. This doesn't say with a firearm on here.
No, well, I don't know what it says on the findings. I can tell you.
No, I mean on my probable cause thing. Yeah.
On
My
the
booking sheet.
on the original findings I provided, or on
No,
the,
no,
the new
on the one I
findings?
was given today.
Yeah, I'm just going by what's on the.
It's with a firearm? Okay.
Yes, I would direct the court's attention to the. Well, let me confirm. I know it's on.
It says with a firearm
Well,
on yours?
it's with a deadly weapon.
I'll
with
put firearm
injury.
on here. I just want to put the FA on here so they know. Now, originally, the judge had put a $100,000 bond.
Yes, Your
You're
Honor.
seeking
I'm
what?
asking that the same bond be imposed.
Fine, okay.
With the same
Mr.
conditions.
Okay, Mr. Anselm Claremont, they have upraised, basically raised your charges to an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, a firearm. And that's case number 18005072CF10A. I do believe that a $100,000 bond is a reasonable bond under the circumstances. It says without prejudice, so that means you can go to the judge who has the case. And we're also continuing your GPS level 2, if you were to get out on a bond, that you be in pretrial GPS level 2. No firearms or weapons while on this release. If you are released, you're to surrender them to the local police department. And no contact with, it says DR.
And he is scheduled for.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's on arraignment on Thursday in front of Judge Rothschild.
It's DeAndre Richards, no contact with them. And so you heard you've got your court date coming right up. I do find probable cause for the arrest, and I wish you the best of everything, sir. Good luck. I don't know if you need that. Last on my docket is Cecil Jones. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we do apparently have an added charge, right?
Yes, Your
It was
Honor.
changed to burglary of a dwelling, structure causing damage over $1,000.
Yes, it was upfiled from first degree grand theft causing damage to burglary causing damage from a first degree to a PBL.
Right.
That being said, Your Honor, I'm not going to ask for no bond at this time. I believe he's being held no bond on a VOP and another charge.
Okay, but I'm only dealing with this charge right now.
Yeah, I'm just.
What is the bond amount you think is appropriate?
Your Honor, I'm fine with the bond that Judge Solomon said at $7,500.
$7,500 bond, sir. I'll keep the same bond. I'm not going to increase it, even though they increased the charge a little bit. It's still a first-degree misdemeanor, so I'm going to keep it. I mean, first-degree felony, excuse me. And it's $7,500 bond, sir. And I wish you truly the best of everything, finding probable cause. Anything else I can do this morning?
Judge, just one question. Do you know what time we're going to start up in the afternoon?
What time do you want me to start up? I'll start up.
Right
1 o'clock
now.
is fine. Right now. I don't have the
No, I
document.
also believe they do extradition.
Oh, they do extraditions? And do they do
So
them
do you want us to
here?
be back here by 1:15 or 1:30?
Yes, as soon as you want to start, I want to start.
Yeah, 'cause we
They
might
do
have-
what, extraditions at 1 though? So they will take the spot? Okay, very good. And I will
So
be back at
1:15?
1 then for
1 o'clock.
that, and then I'll start here as soon as that's done. So I just don't know how long it'll take. If it's 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I'll do my best. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your help. Thank you all. Very good job.
Where are we going?